Hello mathematicians, I hope by the end of this video you can say I can evaluate expressions using the order of operations. Let's look at a few examples here. We're looking at the expression 3x minus 7, and it says to evaluate for x equals 9. And 3x minus 7 means 3 times x. X is a variable, 3 times x minus 7. Okay, and it is saying that x is equal to 9. So in order to evaluate this expression, I'm going to substitute 9 in for x. So instead of writing x, I'm going to write 9. So this means 3 times x. So when I substitute them in, I'm going to put 9 in parentheses here. That kind of just specifies that that's what I am substituting in for that variable. So 3 times 9 minus 7. And now I just need to follow my order of operations. I know that I need to multiply before I can subtract. So I take 3 times 9, which is 27, and I subtract 7 from that. So 20, now that gives me 3 times 9 is 27. Just bring down the minus 7. And I know 27 minus 7 equals 20. So that is how I would evaluate 3x minus 7 for x equals 9. Let's look at another example. So I'm given x over 3 plus 5. And over this right here, it kind of looks like a fraction, but that just means divided. That means x divided by 3 plus 5. So instead of writing x, I'm going to write 9 because that's what I'm substituting in for. Okay, 9 over 3 plus 5. Okay, and I know 9 over 3, or 9 divided by 3, is equal to 3. I bring down the plus 5, and I get that is equal to 8. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Okay, so that is how I would evaluate the expression x over 3 plus 5 for x equals 9. So I substitute the 9 in, and then I just follow my order of operations from there. Let's look at one last example here. I'm looking at negative 2 times the quantity of x plus 1, and x plus 1 is in parentheses here. So I'm going to evaluate that for x equals 9, so I'm going to substitute 9 in for x. So I'm going to write negative 2 and then parentheses, and instead of writing x, I'm going to write 9. So x is equal to 9, so this x becomes a 9 right there. Okay, plus 1. Okay, so now we have substituted 9 in for x, and we know our order of our operations tells us that we need to do everything in the parentheses before we can multiply. So I'm going to write negative 2, and then in parentheses, 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Okay, so negative 2, and then in parentheses I have 10 right next to it. That just means negative 2 times 10. And I know negative 2 times 10 is equal to negative 20. So that is how I would evaluate that expression of negative 2 times the quantity x plus 1 for x equals 9. So those are a few different examples. I hope after watching this video and getting in a little bit of practice, you can say I can evaluate expressions using the order of operations.